come up in my section, drink my liquor,
Talk to him.
stunt for the brand.
Talk about it.
Stuff for the brand.
Talk
Got
about
the
it.
bottles coming out, courtesy of the CMB boys,
Talk about
Confetti
it.
Money Boys, Confetti Money Boys bottles coming out.
Keep going.
You posted it,
Keep
you
going.
posted it, all of that.
But don't wild out to the point that you let a motherfucker bag you and scoop you up and dip you in some motherfucking milk. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Welcome back to your favorite podcaster.
Episode
It's your
105.
boys, man.
Let's
Red
go.
Cup, CMB boys. How y'all feeling out here, man? Shout out.
Feeling good.
Feel good? Everybody out there watching, please subscribe to our YouTube page, CMB Red Cup Talk. Follow us on Instagram, Red Cup Talk _podcast. Follow us on your Apple if you got an iPhone, if you got a Droid, Spotify, we up there too, Red Cup Talk. Follow, subscribe, like, it don't cost you $1. It's free. How y'all feeling, man? Chase, how you feeling, man? How was your Thanksgiving, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I ate a whole lot. I just kept going. I said these are my 2-3 days where I could wild out. You know what I mean? No gym.
Yes,
And
sir.
just, I got on the scale today, and I ain't like it. So yeah, we're gonna have to
2
fix
days?
that.
So,
Yeah, listen.
let me ask you this. Are you eating Thanksgiving today like you said you was last week?
No, hell
I
no.
just want to make sure you're not eating that food.
Nah,
I
2
do
days, 2
Saturday.
days, 2 days the most.
Yeah,
2 days
see,
the most.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Nah, I said Sundays here and there. How you feeling though, Will? What's going on with you?
Feeling pretty
How
good.
was your holiday, man?
Feeling pretty good. Thursday, Friday, ate my food. Saturday, Chinese food. Mount Clear. Chicken and broccoli special.
Probably because there was nothing left.
I don't cook big meals, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But yeah, mine was dope, man. Kept it small. Ate. That's crazy. I ate Thursday. I ate Friday. I ain't touched the food at all.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's because I don't know. I was tied up. I was a little busy. But Friday I ain't touched it at all. I actually touched the food my wife made on Wednesday, on Tuesday. Matter of fact, she made a little small meal Tuesday, and I ate that Friday. I only had like one meal. I ate that Friday, and that was pretty much it. Yesterday I went in a little bit yesterday. Today, by the time I probably get home,
Eat some more.
I doubt it.
Football, man.
Yeah, football.
Football.
And then we ain't make that much. Like I said, kept it small. Just the family and the kids was away this weekend too. So
I was getting tired of that shit.
shit
That
was
mac
up
and
there.
cheese, bro. That mac and cheese really back you the hell up, man.
listen.
For real. That shit, woof.
I was waiting to drop that.
but I worked out though, so I was good.
Heartburn and everything.
I ain't work out yesterday, so and I ain't go yet today. So
Well, I did cardio the past few days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just cardio. 30 minutes,
no
35
light work,
minutes.
yeah.
that's
Throw
what's
some
up.
jabs. That's about it.
That's what's up though, man. We hope y'all out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving like we did. What's good, man? What happened? What happened last night? Y'all watched that fight? Y'all watched that entertainment?
Oh yeah,
that
again,
was last night?
this is Sunday. This is our brunch special. We watched that fight last night.
Right. Let's start with the first one.
The first one?
Let's start with the NBA player.
That first one. Yo, Nate, get out, baby. Get out. What are you doing? Yo, he got the whole NBA looking bad, man. Everybody in NBA looking
It's
bad.
because you
Shake
tweeted out this for my NBA family.
Oh,
You heard all the
man.
response though. They're like, man, that shit ain't for us,
They
bro.
killing him.
Wait, old boy is a real boxer.
No, he's a
No?
YouTuber.
He's a
Jake Paul's a
YouTuber.
YouTuber, but he did have a fight before, right?
Yeah,
I'm not too sure who he fought.
he had a couple celebrity boxing matches. So
Okay. So he got a couple more in his belt.
Yeah, he
Okay.
got a couple
Couple
of
bouts
his
under
belt.
his belt.
That's crazy though, because I watched the weigh-in, right? And he was basically telling Nate, yo, man, I'm gonna make sure tell your kids not to watch this.
Yo, he
Yeah,
said
you know
that
what I
to
mean?
him.
Who said that to Nate?
Yeah,
Yes, he kept calling him bitch.
Yeah, I don't want this to. I want your kids. I want you to explain what's about to happen to your
Wow.
kids, man. So tell them not to watch it.
Yo, first and foremost,
You
he
was
came
right.
in
You was
there with the
right.
Super
Yo.
Saiyan hat on. He came in there with Super Saiyan hair on.
Yo, he had Nate reaching for whatever that wasn't there, man.
Wow.
Yeah, he really went to sleep.
Wow. That's
I like,
crazy.
you know what? The combination he hit him with, I like it. Bro, he would jab, hook. He missed the jab.
Yeah.
But when he hooked, he came up. Uppercut. I'm
But
like,
the-
not my bad. It was an uppercut, then it was a hook to finish him off.
Nah, the
I'm
one,
like, wow.
it was
That
the
was the last one.
overhand, the one that put him to sleep.
Yeah,
That was the last one.
he went down like what, 3
Yeah.
times, right?
One.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah.
He did all that with one arm. He didn't try to throw the left at all.
It's because Nate reached. Like he
was
wasn't
reaching
trained. He reached. You know what I mean? He left all that open and Jugga head bounced off that canvas like a basketball.
Making me laugh too.
He was talking crazy on it. He said, "You from the hood, man."
We want Snoop. We want Snoop doing an NBA game now, man.
NBA sneakers, so that's what happened. But hold on, how about that Mike though, man? Which I think,
man, I think Mike won.
It wasn't
staged. You think
it wasn't staged, but they had no judges. They couldn't declare a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
It was what it was.
Mike was holding back. Man.
And I told y'all before the fight that shit was gonna be trash. Right. I ain't listen. I said this shit's gonna be.
Roy Jones was looking real tired.
Roy Jones,
you seen him over there? He was like,
he looked terrible.
Wow.
Yo, Mike looked 100 times better.
Yeah, Mike was looking good.
I'm saying Mike could have. I think Mike could have really did him better.
Yeah,
but it's an expedition.
I think he could have went two, 3 more rounds too, man.
Roy looked terrible.
Roy was looking roll.
Right.
Yo, Roy threw that. Roy threw that straight run. And,
he kept throwing the jab. But they start wrestling.
He stayed holding on.
Them shits felt like pillows, bro.
Mike, you see Mike?
Mike.
When
I started seeing him do it, I'm like, oh man, you about to get him out.
He was tearing that body up.
Yeah, he was tearing that body up.
Tear him up. My boy couldn't handle that shit no more, man. That shit was crazy.
Listen, 2 minutes. Listen, 3 minutes is a long time, but 2 minutes.
2 minutes? That's pretty good.
You ain't training. 2 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
Shit.
That shit. Mike was like, yo, bro, stop. I mean, I'm thinking that was Roy game plan, like tie him up, get him tired.
Try to tire him out, right?
That shit,
he
got tired. That motherfucker, man, listen, bro, that shit was terrible, man.
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, I think a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people paid because there's a lot of links being sent around for you to watch it for free. So I'm glad I ain't waste no $53 or whatever it was on there.
You heard what Mike said. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. He volunteered that Roy Jones is gonna do it again. Roy Jones like, I gotta go back and talk to the family. Roy Jones ain't trying to do it again. Not with him at least.
He got away.
With
so
someone else.
He chilling.
Yeah.
Good. How much? I seen something about Mike got paid $10 million.
Yeah.
Really? They both got $10 million each or something.
Nah, 10 and 3, I think.
10 and 3.
10 and 3.
That's a good payday.
Yeah,
that's a good payday.
Shit. Yeah. Nate Robinson shit was a good payday. He got $600K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have got in there with a YouTuber for $600K.
Yeah. He almost lost his life, man.
he ain't think that was gonna happen at all.
Gosh, man, you got IG is killing him right now. Yeah, Social media is killing him to the point, like you said, he might need to lay low for about 2 weeks. I'm thinking it's a month now.
It's a month.
2021 come back.
That's how it is though. You know how once shit get ugly for you, you got to lay low, man.
Yeah.
Lay low.
The internet is undefeated.
It's undefeated.
You know what? We started off the year with a boxing match, right?
Yeah, Deontay
against Tyson Fury.
Right.
And we rode. Everybody rode Dante.
My boy was
longer
gone
than
for a minute.
But it started with that white man beating that black man up. Now it ends with that Paul beating Nate Robinson ass up.
I saw men with the ancestors just looking down, man. Just looking down on Nate like, yo, you let us down, bro. Like,
and we're not making it a white and black thing. We joking around about it, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Ain't no other fights happening towards the shit.
Danny
Somebody
Garcia.
can redeem themselves and shit.
Danny and Spence. That's about it.
All right, well,
that should be a good one.
Yeah, but
what we got going on, man?
That was crazy this weekend. But today's topic is something something serious, something real important as far as in any community. If you want to say it, take it there, but most importantly,
especially African American.
We're three. We're three, African American brothers on here, so this definitely applies to us. And basically, we're gonna discuss male figure, father figure, male figure in a household, as well as the impact that a male figure have on a kid's life, boy and girl. Just that's pretty much it, man. We just gonna dive into that. I mean, how what you guys feel about that? How what do you take from it? What do you think the importance of a male figure, of a father figure in a household?
I think as far as a father figure, usually they look at the father figure as the disciplinarian, right? First of all, shout out to all the moms out there. Y'all do a hell of a job. I was raised by a single mom, you know what I mean?
Shout out to the mothers.
Definitely.
The queen bees.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What I was saying, as far as a father, you know, growing up as a little boy, you need, you know, somebody to teach you the discipline, the responsibility, the little, like, how to treat a woman. He needs to see that, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He needs to see, you know, his pops working his ass off, showing him, you know, the work ethic. You know what I mean? As far as, like, sports, you know, teaching when you start something, finish it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't quit.
It'd be the little things like that you definitely need. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that. What it is a lot of, you know, the way the system is set up and society paint us as far as African Americans. They like to, you know, take the male figure out the household, right. And you know, that starts with it starts with many things. You know, the mass incarceration, the system as far as the child support, the welfare system. See, a lot of people don't know that when you apply for welfare, anything like that, they ask you, is the man living in the house?
Exactly.
You know, if he is, we can't really give you that. So it's like you got to get him out the house to get, you know what I mean, welfare. Not only
even if he is,
yeah,
they say they ask.
We have to put him on child support or something.
We need
like
his
that.
social.
Yeah.
The minute you put his social in the system with them, they start collecting child support. They start garnishing your checks.
So it's like a way it's designed to push the male figure out of the household and out of the life. But me, I feel as though father figure play important, man. It's very important. Growing up, you know, it could lead to a lot of things. Like we discussed previously before this, was like the impact it has on who do it really impact most. Is it impact the daughters or the sons? And you know, me, I said, you know, daughters, because I feel as though a father figure or a role model, a young son could actually, you know, is plenty of avenues he could look to get that from. Yeah. You know, if your father is missing from the household, you know, you have uncles, you have big brothers, coaches. If you want to put your kid into some type of sports, teachers. You know, it's just plenty of avenues where a kid could just grasp that father figure, that's somebody he look up to. But from a woman, from a daughter's point of view, it's like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time they seek that validation from other men. Exactly. You know, and it starts with relationships. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to just put it on relationships, but it just, you know, they seek out that love from other men, other individuals. And then when they do grow up to be mothers or start dating, you know, they try to tell you what a real man is.
Exactly.
No, man, they try to lean on this what a real man is, this what you're supposed to do, this how you're supposed to treat him, or to become that independent person. Exactly. I don't need a man. I could do this all by myself. How you could tell me? And then, you know, they push that on their kid. The wild thing is most of the women that are affected by this usually always have sons. Yeah. Which is crazy to me. They always have sons, and that's kind of weird to me. But just to throw a little joke in there, you know what they say? What? They say single mothers develop the best athletes. So if
shout out to the blind moms.
Somebody said, "Look, man, get shorty pregnant and bounce, man. Show up on draft night." You want some millions? Show up on draft night, man.
Show up in a suit like, yo,
Daddy, man. You know, you don't understand the backstory. Man, I was going through a lot. Oh, man, I was going through a lot. So
your mama tried to trap me.
I'm here now.
I'm here now. Know what I mean? Let's make this right. Let's go the right way. So it's plenty, man. It's just a lot of things, you know, we're gonna speak on it and you know, push the envelope on that, you know, that can help, hopefully can help somebody out there. You know, how do you feel about it?
Well, definitely from my experience, me coming up in the projects, you look at male models and you know, father figures different. For one, I looked at my brothers. Now, my brothers is what? One of them is about 5 years older than me, the other one is 7. The other one is 9. Now again, they were still kids as well, so they're still trying to grow up, and they grew up without their father.
Yeah.
So we all in the house together, growing up without our father, being led by our mother, and I'm pretty sure that affected me in certain ways because I actually didn't see how a man, you know, what to do as a man coming up. Like I wasn't developed. I don't think I was developed right. I don't think I was how can I say this? Certain things I just wasn't taught.
Yeah.
Wasn't taught how to treat a woman.
Yeah.
I seen things that when my mom was being abused. So certain things like that took a toll on me. That really hurted me, and it made me you know what it really made me do? It made me scared in a way. I want to say scared because I found myself snapping out on certain situations.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if I feel as though if I'm disrespected in a certain type of way, it could be very simple to you. But if I feel some type of way, I'm quick to handle I'm quick to handle that in fighting.
Right.
Because instead of just talking about it, having a cool head. And if I had that father figure around me, could have taught me that. Calm down, son. You don't need to fight every time.
Yeah.
You could talk about it.
Yeah.
You can do this. You could do that in a third. So my brothers was my pretty much like my father, and my mother was like my father. My coach was like my father. You know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't my father, but he was like my father. Especially if you're a good player on the team, you want to star players on the team. You get treated well on the royalty and
wrap
stuff.
your hands around
exactly.
you.
So,
and you know, just to piggyback off what you said, you know, a lot of people have that. You know, have the older brother role model, but at the end of the day, you still know that's your sibling.
Yeah,
you know, so it's a level of respect there, but it's like, you my brother, I just look up to you, but you know what I mean? You treat him like the father figure type, but you still know that that's your sibling. That's not really daddy. And sometimes you still lash out. You still, you know what I mean? You still act out. You still do what you gotta do. And then once you get at that age, you're gonna test them.
Right.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
You ain't my daddy. That's famous
and,
word.
and guess what? You test your moms too, because I test my moms.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Test my moms.
Of course. You
don't know where it was coming from for me to do that, but maybe because of what I seen her go through, I don't know. It was just that meld. Like I'm older now, I'm bigger now. Can't do this to me and stuff like that.
And you know, a lot of this shit tends to a lot of people turning to the streets as well. You know, people look for that role model, that man figure. You know, a lot of people turn to the streets, the gangs, the OGs that's on the block. Cause let's paint like a picture. You know, and I'm painting a picture from, you know, as far as from our background, our point of view, from where we grew up, because we basically all grew up in the same, you know, like city. So we saw what was surround us. You know, so you know it could be different experience for all our listeners out there, but I'm just speaking from, you know, our point of view and our standpoint. A lot of it was like, you know, moms is working. If moms wasn't on the system,
Mom's
on the paperwork,
at night.
moms is working. So you find love. Yeah, you find love in your neighborhood, and in the streets, in the you know, the OGs, because you look up to the ones who came around the block with the cars, with the fancy jewelry, the one who, know what I mean, this who's getting it. This what I want to be. This is who I look up to. This who I talk. This who I converse to. This who showed me love. This when I have a fight on the block, is one who will put their arm around me. I mean, did your thing, little homie. You know what I mean? Continue to do this. This what you do, and that leads them down. You know, leads you down sometimes the wrong path or the right path. It's all about, you know, decisions you make. You know, and I seen a meme. You know, we spoke about. I seen a meme that said, you know, a father was an alcoholic. And he had two sons. One grew up to be an alcoholic. They asked him, you know, what was your issue? He said, I watched my father growing up. One grew up and never touched liquor ever in his life. And they said, what was your, you know, how do you deal with that? He said, I watched my father growing up. So it's all about perspective. It's all about, you know, one could look at it like, all right, this how it's supposed to be. And one could look at it as this how I never want to be. You get what I'm saying? So you can't fault either one. You know, a lot of people like to point, well, your brother didn't do this and did that, and you turned out this way. Everybody's different, you know. And I feel like the world would be an easier place if we accept that, you know. Accept everybody's different. Everybody can think the same. Everybody can react the same. Everybody can be the same. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be yourself. And, you know, that's where it plays a major part in. You know, me personally, my experience, you know, I grew up in a two-parent household. You know, for a lot of those that don't know, I'm African, born in West Africa, Liberia, and I came to this country at a very young age. So my father came to this country basically like 4 or 5 years. Let me see. I was probably about 4. My father came, and I didn't reconnect with him until I was about 7 or 8. So once I came to this country around that age, you know, through those years I was with my mother. But basically, you know, I grew up in a 2-family household, a 2-parent household, and you know we have a lot of people out there that has a 2-parent household, but it's like
it's really one.
It's really one.
Right.
You know, you have that father who's just working, who's just I provide, I put a roof over your head.
Yeah.
This is what I do, and you see that as a man, you feel as though that's how a man's supposed to be.
Right.
You grow up, you like, yo, I mean, and then we also have to understand things change with generation and time. Like the way my father grew up is not the same way he grew up with me, and that's not the same way I'm growing up with my kids and my family. You know, times change. So my father was one of those that just work, provide roof over your head, keep it going. Old school African type joint. Keep it going. You know what I mean? And wasn't really involved with me in what I wanted to do as a teen because I was heavy. You know, we played, I mean, ball, track, we did whatever together when we was young, Chase. So that's where my passion was at.
Yeah.
So it was basically I didn't have that father figure around for that. That didn't push me for that.
Exactly.
Like, oh, this is what you want to do in life, son. This is where you at. Let me support you. Let me boom, boom, boom. It was just, yo, you graduated high school, you good. How you going to college? Oh, you got into college. It was just simple. Like, just this what you're supposed to do. Go to high school, go to college, go to school. Boom. So when I became a father, I'm like, yo, I can't be that. I can't just be the one that just have a roof over your head, pay the bills, and as long as you're in school, son, you're good. No, I want to be involved with that. I want to know what you're doing in life. You know, what is it that you want to be? What is it that you inspire?
But someone else would have probably took that and said, "I'm going to do exactly what my father did."
Like the story you just said, it affected you in a positive way.
Affected me in a positive way,
Right.
And you know, I mean, I feel as though either way it could be positive. It's just adapting.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying? I'm still, you know, I still do the, you know, provide roof over the head, this, that, and that. But I took the part that hurt me and apply it to me being a father. The part that hurt me was looking in the stands and not seeing my dad.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But and then when I got older, I understood because I mean my father was old school African. Like we you know what I mean? My upbringing was different. It wasn't really, you know, he just made sure I was good and went to school and everything was good. It wasn't one of those. But me growing up here, I wanted that support. I wanted that. You know, how was your game this week, son? What's happening? I mean, how did you do? Like, are you really good? Oh, this was going on, like that type.
And exactly, because we've seen this in TV shows, Family Matters, Bill Cosby show, stuff like that. You've seen that 2-parent household.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's something that, like, wow, I don't have that, and that could definitely affect you pretty bad. But it could push you too. It could motivate you to do more.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can. So, like I was saying, it is always a positive and a negative to things like that. It's just depending on what you take from it and what you apply to. So, you know, and you also have to deal with that trauma, I feel as though, growing up without that male figure, without that father figure, without that man around. You know, a lot of us as an adult tend to you know, find ways to hide that, to cover it up. And you wonder why you are the way you are. It's okay to speak on things like that, like Will just spoke on, like I'm speaking on, like Chase is gonna speak on. Like you have to, you know, find ways. Like why am I this way? You get what I'm saying? Like why am I? You could be a player. You know what I mean? You could be different type of things. You could be a womanizer. You know what I mean? You could be one of those that, you know, you put hands on women. You saying that growing up. You could be it's plenty other ways you have to, you know, is up to you to break that cycle basically.
Yeah.
You know, one of my issues was, you know, growing up, you know, Pops was like I said, Pops was the working type. Always, like I never used to see Pops. Like I go to school, come home. It was one of those never time spending type.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. Like I literally have to find time to spend with my kids, to you know, take them out, to do little conversation, like a 2-minute conversation, show some type of interest. Right. Know what I mean? That interest goes a long way. So, know what I mean? I'm gonna let Chase speak more on other things, but that's pretty much, you know, just some things you could go by, you could apply, as far as, you know, being a father figure or a role model, or even we're going to address some things, even women who are looking to have to find that role model or that father figure for they son.
Right.
You know, it's different avenues you could go up, and you know, different ways you could find,
And
man.
if you in the hood, the ghetto, the projects, whatever you want to call it, the slums, a lot of males will try to follow the dude that's winning, the dude that's look like he's winning, the player, the dope boy.
Right.
I was fortunate that I didn't have to follow that because my brothers was dope boys.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's always thought of my brothers like, yo, man, they like New Jack City, man. Like that's the shit I was thinking of. But guess what? I didn't have to look at anyone else like that.
Yeah.
If I would have, if I didn't have them brothers, I could have been totally worse than what I am right now.
Right.
You know, so I could have took a 360 somewhere else. So, you know, I want to thank my brothers, you know, for at least being there for me and buying my school clothes and providing for me, because that's what they was doing, man.
You was wearing that shit too.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, they was really buying me school
They was
clothes.
buying you-
It's to the point my brother counted singles out to me. He gave me $300.
Yeah.
I showed that $300 to my mom's like, Mom, I got more money than you.
Yeah.
She took my shit, man. He said, see, why the hell you do that? Then he gave me $100 more, and I just bought candy.
Yeah,
Balling with
exactly.
candy. Now leaders.
Don't be out here showing it.
I think for me, man, after I was raised by my mom. I think after a while, of my father not being around, I just became numb. You know what I mean? Like as far as being in the household, it's like you said, as far as being at the games. Like damn, well, I want somebody cheering in the stands for me.
Yeah.
Like I wanted that father to be there to push me while I'm working out. Like, you know what I mean? You want to see me do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In school, too. If I get in trouble in school. Like, my mom's was more, like, laid back. I ain't had that, that pops like, come on. So I feel like having that father figure in the house, I could have been a lot better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we all believe that we was great athletes,
Right.
good athletes
Right.
in school. So you never know if you had that father figure. What you're saying is that he could have tapped into something. He
Right.
could have kept you on that track,
Right.
and push you further.
Right. And as far as, like, now with my son, like, I think I'm, like, super overprotective. I
Yeah.
feel like I want to be there for every single thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being that, like you said, it can have a positive or negative,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So right now I feel like every little thing, I want to know what's going on, I want to be there, you know what I mean? So
You don't want to miss anything.
Nothing.
Because
I
you
want-
know how that feeling
right,
felt.
right.
You feel
And I
me?
want everything I know, I want to teach him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You know what that feeling was like. You know how that energy. Like I said, that's like you said. That's what I took from it. Know what I mean? It was all positive, but I just took the pain, the not having that support. That I remember we used to have this thing, right? And it's weird, yo. It is so weird, right?
What?
My father was a journalist. Know what I mean? He was a journalist. He was big back in Liberia as far as the radio stations and all that. That was his thing. He used to work with the president and all of that. So
Yeah.
he was always, that's what he pushed on me. He pushed his morals on me, like what he wanted. In college, that's what I got associated in communication. I mean, even though, let's be the hunt, I just wanted college to play ball. Like I had to pick a major. I just said communication. Give me communication major.
Business.
And, business. Or it was criminal justice. Those was the majors. Those was like half of the football team right there. But it's crazy that I'm saying that now because I'm over here doing a fucking podcast, which is basically some type of
Right. See, yeah,
I
that
felt
shit, that shit
that's
came
weird.
back around.
It came
yeah.
full circle, but
Right.
that's all it was about. I used to be like sports positive, like, man, everybody don't mix football, blah 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 blah. I mean, what you gonna do? What else you want to do? Communication. Like he was just forcing that on me, and I took that as I can't force that on my kid or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like my son, my stepson, Amir, he's not like sports. He's not into that shit at all. And people jokingly, some of the friends jokingly be like, "Dang, get your little man sports, that and that." I'm not forcing anything just because I play it. I'm not forcing anything on him. Know what I mean? He's a gamer. He's into tech, all that shit. Them motherfuckers make money. If you want to sit on your ass and make money doing all that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna support you into that. And that's one thing. Us as young fathers, we also have to understand. You can't really push what you want for your son on your kid or your daughter. Either way, either way, you can't push that. Like you want your daughter to just be this what society paints them to be. You can't force that on them. And like I said, that's what my pops did. He was forcing on me, and I was like, no, like I remember Chase, we couldn't wait Sunday morning to get that motherfucking newspaper to see our name in it. You feel me? Like after Saturday, either win or loss, you did your thing. You can't wait to get that.
Right.
And I used to be like, oh, let me go grab it. Pops, he's my father was heavy in the church. He was a reverend too, so he was like, yo, you gotta go to church. I'm like, I gotta get my newspaper. Like it was just no interest. Like it used to have me tight. Like, yo, this is what. No, I mean, this is what I'm about.
You're passionate about.
Yeah, this is what I'm passionate about, and it was no, it was just no interest. So I took that to heart. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm taking that now as a father. Like I just want to know what my kids are interested in. Just show the little bit of interest you show could go a long way.
Right.
Have that positive energy. Even if, let's just say, even if you're not, you have kids and you're not together with that parent.
Yeah.
Still take that. That doesn't mean you can't be a father figure, especially if you and the mother are good, co-parents, and y'all in a good space. You have to apply that. You have to be that father figure. Kids, a lot of what we don't understand is, and even as an adult, you see it now, we pay attention to a lot of shit. Like, even though my memory is good as shit, it's a lot of shit I seen as a kid that I play back now. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do too.
A lot of people don't think, like, kids watch and see. They may not speak, they may not talk, because they're afraid, they whatever, but they see all that shit.
They
bro.
mind like a sponge. They mind. Yep.
Yeah, they soak all that shit in and they see all of that. So just be mindful. You know what I mean? And as far as the mothers out there that's not on good terms with the father, and he's not making any effort, you trying to find that father figure. And if you are dating or you with somebody now and they're stepping up and being that person, you know what I mean? Shout out to them, salute to them, you know what I mean, most importantly. But if not, if you want to find mentors, like I said, find out what your kid is interested in.
Right.
Find somebody that's an adult in that field, a male, and apply that. Even if it's YouTube, because we live in an electronic world now. Even if it's YouTube, somebody they can look up to, see the drive, see their upbringing. That's another way you can have a positive impact on them. Get them into sports. I'm heavy on sports, even if your kid is not interested in at a young age, get him into it. Like I said, my kid's not interested, but he have played sports before, and he will play some more. And for the only reason is for structure. He gotta understand team play, accountability, because playing sports, I don't know how the coaches is now, but he used to jump on our ass. So accountability, responsibility. It's a lot of things sports could mold you into being a better young man. And I'll let Will speak more onto that. You know what I mean?
Well, what I was just thinking about as well, my experience again. I just always like to bring my experience into play. All right. There was a moment there that someone asked my son, who do you want to be like? And he mentioned me. He said me. And that made me feel good to the point. I'm like, wow. I never thought in a million years someone would say they want to be like me. He looked at me as a superhero. Right. I hear the way he talked to the kids on the block. Oh, my daddy's strong. He could do this. He could do that. He could do that.
You watching?
He talks to me. He talks to them like I'm bigger than life. Like I'm incredible. Like I'm a superhero. The ones he look at on DC and Marvel. So certain things, I be like. So when I seen it, I'm like, wow. All right. I got to make sure everything I do around this kid is superhero life now. Superhero life right now. Yeah. Because I know he's watching me. I know he's looking at me. Right. So, for instance, football. He loves football. And I was thinking, like, why do you like 49ers? You like 49ers because of me? I'm like, you go like another team if you want to. If you do, man, you ain't coming over here on Sunday. You can't come over here on Sunday and watch football with me if you like another team. Fuck that. So I told him, he like, you go like another team? He's like, no, I like 49ers because I like 49ers. I know he like it because of me. Right. So with that being said, I know when he play football, he's trying to impress me. He's trying to show me, look, this is what I could do. I could do this, Dad, and da-da-da. And it's exciting to me. It's fun for me to watch his growth. And I'm like, wow, this kid is he could really be something, you know what I'm saying? Right. Even to the point, if he doesn't want to play football, it seemed like he wants to do YouTube as well. He said, I want to be a YouTuber now. So it's to the point he want to be a YouTuber. He want to play football. He don't like playing Madden. I'm disappointed in that. Disappointed. Because Madden was our favorite game growing up. Madden, NBA 2K, well, NBA Live. Them type of games, NBA Jam, them type of games was fun to us, but to them, they like Fortnite, man. I don't know what the hell it is.
Man,
I still go back there and watch them building stuff. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't even know what's going on with that game. I don't know what's going on.
And I say that, the reason why I say I was surprised and shocked because when I first had my daughter, when I had my daughter, my first child, I wasn't a great father. Coming up, I wasn't. Like when we was together, yeah, I was there. The minute we broke up, went my way, she went her way. It was like that. We were just battling each other over and over and over. I'm on child support. Even when I was with her, I was on child support because that's how I know about the system. Right. She had to mention that to get on welfare.
Welfare, yeah.
And again, I had my kid when I was in
18.
18. I was still in Badger. This is my last year. I'm already on child support. They docked it back all the way from when I was 18, man.
Damn.
On child support. Crazy. I'm like, this is crazy. What led me to go start doing other stuff. I'm like, yo, man, they ain't gonna keep taking my money.
Right.
So, you start doing, you start hustling other ways to try to make money that they can't take. So I realized, certain things, how I first started out as a parent and where I'm at now as a parent. I'm better. And my thing is just to try to continue being better and trying to, continue to provide because I thought just by providing and giving my baby moms money, that would be okay. I just thought, yeah, cool. I'm like, at least I'm doing something that my father didn't do. Give money. Didn't have anything. I wasn't getting anything from my pops during that time, man. So it was just me, moms, and the bros. And when my bros grew older and had their family, me and moms left by ourselves. So, I say that, just to say that, it's definitely growth should be. You should always try to, look at yourself in the mirror and know what you did wrong, know what you do wrong, and try to become better. Every day is a chance to become better. A better person, a better father, a better boyfriend, a better husband, a better brother, sister, whatever. Always try to, grow, man. Just be better. And again, I think a lot of us, we're traumatized to the point that I think a lot of us need therapy, but us as black people, we don't believe in therapy.
Just to that episode.
We don't need therapy.
Subscribe. CMB Red Cup Talk. Went to that episode.
I'm not even gonna get really into it, but real quick, I just want to say, I think as far as for men, they try to tell us to not show our emotions. Not to speak about it.
Yeah.
Talk about
they
it.
feel like we need to just hold it in and be, yo, you a man, you tough.
Yeah.
Like, I think, listen, if you're gonna do something, listen, you need to talk about it. You need to get with somebody who's gonna listen to you, who you can vent to. You need to get it out. There's no need to hold it in, and then you end up lashing out and putting yourself in at more risk.
Yeah. So
yeah.
This one last thing, my bad. This one last thing. Again, the way I started becoming a better father as well, I started watching y'all. I started watching my bros. I started watching them. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that. All right, maybe I need to start doing stuff like this more.
Right.
I started watching my man Pat. I started watching my man June. You, Dayon, you. Just everyone. I'm taking a piece. Still now, even though I'm older than you guys, I'm still taking a piece from everything that you guys do as husband, father, everything. I'm taking a little piece. I'm like, you know what? I could start doing this as well. Why
That's
not?
dope. That's dope.
So
that's dope, nah, man. Shout out to the God watching Big Bruh. You know what I'm saying?
I knew he was gonna say something.
Watching Big. I knew you was a little bro, man. I was like, God damn, little bro. Nah, man. Shout out to the little bro for that, man. That's love.
let me raise my chair.
I ain't got me taller than that. But yo, just to also, Will, that's a valid point you made, man. A lot of us feel as though being there financially is being, a male figure or a father figure. It takes more than finance, man. Kids don't remember that shit, man. It's time. It's time and effort. I remember, I'm sure all of us could remember time without, either if it's our mother or a friend or, that's more valuable. I can't sit here and remember the fly shit I got, this and that. And definitely this is an important message, give your kids what you didn't know, not what you didn't have.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
All that I ain't had this shit growing up. It's parents out there busting their ass, just to provide something they didn't have.
Yeah.
Nah, man, show them what you didn't know. That would take them a longer way. Because at the end of the day, next year it's gonna be some new shit out.
Right.
You feel me? But that knowledge ain't gonna leave them.
Parents go broke around this time.
That's a fact. Yo, it's so
try
much
to make
shit.
up for stuff they didn't receive. Like you just
That ain't
said.
the way to go, man.
That ain't the way to go. It's so much shit that's installed in me from my father that I would never, that money or none of that shit could ever buy. You feel me? And that shit gonna go a long way as far as our conversations. Like I told y'all, me and my father relationship became so much stronger when I became an adult. You know, as a teenager, it wasn't. And I think that could be for most dads, man. You know, once we become teenagers, we try to test that male figure.
Yeah.
You know, we try to test them. We know everything. You feel me? Pops don't know shit, remember? I mean, we know everything. Like a funny Chase, remember that funny ass story where we left all that shit in the crib and dipped off and
man.
popped.
Oh wait, I'm glad I didn't come back for that. You had to go back.
I had to go back. I blame all that shit on we. He called we called me. We called me. Like, yo, what you tell Pops, yo? But love me, like it's just you know, I was testing, you know, I was testing my father through all those young years. You know what I mean? I know it all. I did everything. You know what I mean? But when I became an adult and when I found out I was having my first, like our conversations, you know, it became level headed. You also understand. Not saying that it's right, but sometimes you understand why your father was the way he was or how he did what he did, because you're a man now. You're going through those growing pains so they could somewhat lead you down the right path. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no bullshit. Yo, listen to the old heads, man. Like, it may not sound like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But once you get there, you will know.
Yeah.
Funny story, you know what I mean? My old head I used to work with, Cap, Poppy. This is just some funny shit. I know we serious, but I gotta make y'all laugh, though, man. Yeah, you know, Cap was funny joker, man. Shout out to Cap, man. Cap always used to tell me, man, boy, you don't know how to fuck till you in your 30s. You know, I'm young, I'm getting all the ass. I'm crazy as hell. Nigga, I'm busting shorty ass. I'm doing. Like, man, you don't know how to throw that till your 30s. Shit. I mean, my 30s now, that motherfucker is right.
Hell yeah!
I was young. I was just humping and pumping and
Rabbit
rabbits.
Right.
Now you know how
you
to
were trying
please
to
a
do was
woman.
demolish it.
Demolish it.
Demolish.
Yeah. She saw her pelvis hurt, all that. Like, nigga,
think
that
you the
ain't
man.
please. You think you the man. You know, destroy shorty
She
shit.
can't even move. She can't get up.
That shit she in a wheelchair. She can't walk. Know what I mean? I done put her in a wheel. You think you all
that?
that? Stay saying that shit. Get the wheelchair. I'm putting them in wheelchairs.
Now hold on. Every now and then you do need to put them in that wheelchair. You gotta return them back to that wheelchair. Every now and then.
That's not every time.
Yeah, not every time.
But you know, once you get in your 30s, you learn how to please a woman. You learn their body. I mean, some people know it younger, but you learn their body. It ain't just, you know. But I just say that to say, like, yo, listen to the old heads. Like, they speaking from experience, and we're up here speaking from experience, you know, because I went through the turmoils, the ups and downs, you know, and all that. And like I said, I had a 2-parent household. And also, let's speak on this, man. What do you guys think about the thing that they said, having a 2-parent household, you're more likely to succeed, be further in life than a 1-parent household? Not saying if you had a 1-parent household, you're a bum, you won't succeed, but it's just you have, you know how we,
the percent is,
you know how we like to say, you know, our counterpart Caucasians or whatever have a head start in life than us African Americans due to you know the financial growth they had due to slavery than we do. So like having a 2-parent household is some type of a head start from a 1-parent household. How do you guys feel about that? And what's your input on that?
I mean, it could be if it's the two present. Like we spoke about, you know, you having 2 parents in the household, but one not really being there. I feel as though if they're both present, and they're both, you know, giving you the things that you need, like the things we talk about, showing interest, giving you time, and not just financially, but actually being there for you and teaching you these things to put you forward in life. You know, knowledge. I think it'll push you a lot further in life. You know what I mean?
I'm going to touch on it from over here with Stephen A. I'll go Stephen A. right now.
But
I also seen cases that 2-parent household, they spoil the child.
Of
The child grows up, becomes lazy. He wasn't able. He wasn't independent.
But that goes to where I said
Then what?
giving you the knowledge and
Yeah.
not the financial
We
thing.
talking.
you know what
We talking.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm glad that you hit on that, and you
Right.
could speak on that more.
Yeah.
But I'm just speaking on percentage wise. You know, there's
Oh,
always
the
gonna be
percentage-wise
bad
is
apples.
great. The
You know,
percentage wise is better if you have
Yeah.
two parents in the household. Of course, I believe the child will succeed and actually become something and have a good career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Middle class, upper middle class, whatever.
to piggyback off what you said, we could dive into that as well. And like you said, it's also the good and the bad. So let's speak on that too. Because you could. I'm gonna let you talk more, but you could come up with a one-parent household. You can see your parents struggling, your mother, or if it is your father, you got that drive, you got that passion, you got that ambition to go hard. And well, as though the other person who grew up in a two-family household who was spoon-fed everything, don't have that drive, don't have that passion, don't have that, And also, do you feel as though the who has more pressure? Is it the two-parent household, or the one-parent household, or the middle class, or the hood? Like, who has more pressure? Me, I'm gonna speak on it real quick before I pass it off to y'all. I feel as though it's a tough one. It's a 50-50, but I'm gonna lean more towards the middle class suburban. Why? If you have that parent that installed everything into you, you have something to, like a ceiling to meet.
Yeah.
My parents are my daddy a lawyer, my mom's a nurse. I have to keep that up. If I come anything short, I'm a failure. As far as though from the other part, you really don't have nothing because they don't expect shit from you.
Right.
You feel me? You ain't supposed to be shit anyway.
You ain't supposed to be shit. I was just gonna say
you
that.
ain't supposed to be shit
From the hood.
anyway. So that's just my perspective on it. I'm
expectation.
gonna let y'all go into that. How do you feel about those?
Yeah, what you think?
Yeah, I'll say you from the hood, the expectation is very low. It's like, come on, you're not supposed to be anything. You're not supposed to make it out of the slums. You're supposed to just carry on in this circle of life in the hood, pretty much, and keep producing and, what I mean by producing little kids and leaving them. Because that's what the hood does.
Yeah.
That's what that whole thing is. The whole project, the system was set up to keep us down pretty much. So I would say the pressure, more pressure probably will come from that middle class family, I say. You got to live up. You always want to be better than your parents. I tell Liam all the time, be better than me. You have to be better than me.
Right.
It's just what you want out of your child.
Yeah,
you want them to be better than you.
Yeah.
You want them to take that next step. See, you're building a tree here, and you're building. You got branches. So what they got to do is keep carrying on. They got to keep putting these leaves on the branches, and they got to keep growing. The tree must keep developing and growing and become bigger and bigger and bigger. But the only way that it's possible to happen, they have to keep, accelerating. They have to keep improving. They got to get better. They got to be better than you. They got to take it one step further than you did. I always think that's why I say, me coming from a single, household, I never want to be broke again. I never want to eat cereal and water again. I just don't. I'm scared to be broke.
Right.
So my hustle is a bit different. I think as far as I made it, it's pretty good. But one thing I do notice sometimes, you can't look around sometimes at your friends and say, hey, man, I'm in a different level because I'm up over certain people.
Right.
And, I'm good. No, I can't compare myself to anyone. I can't compare myself to you guys at all. I have to set a bar here and keep pushing forward and keep trying to, extend that bar. So Liam come along and Zanaya come along and say, hey, daddy got us this far.
Right.
We got to take it a step above.
Right, you become the best version of yourself, and then you bring them along with you.
Exactly.
You know what I think for me, I feel as though, like y'all said, the two-parent household, the middle class, they do have a lot more pressure. I think it's a mindset, right? Because when you in the hood, you like, nah, I ain't supposed to be shit. You got people in the hood, man, you ain't gonna be shit. Come do this, come do that. You drinking, you smoking, you got gangs, you fighting, you doing all this. But at the same time, I feel as though you could flip that around, right? And that could drive you. That could push you. You know what I mean? That could push you to be that LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like, that middle class definitely got a lot more
And
pressure.
you know what? I want to take that back. My bad. I want to take it back. You know why? Because every single mother is not in the hood or in the projects.
No, definitely not.
I believe
Definitely
they have
not.
more pressure.
Right.
She's raising a child on her own. She's not in the hood.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking
Just
about I'm
imagine.
talking about the child though. So the more pressure is on the kid. I'm talking about the kid, not the parent.
I say the pressure should be on the kid. The pressure would be on the kid because you seen what your mother went through. You seen the time she put in by herself.
Okay.
Knowing that, again, if you're a middle class if you live in a middle class area, single, you got a single parent, your mother, you seeing all the other kids around you with parents. So you looking around like, wow, my mom's doing all this on her own. We don't live in the hood.
You talking about the single parent that's in the middle class?
The single parent that's in the middle class.
Okay.
You seeing all this around, you be like, wow, my mom, you're probably not doing it as a kid, but as you get older, you know it's real. Like, whoa, my mom did all this. She got me this fucking far. I owe it to her to take care of her so she can stop working. She don't need to retire at 70 or 65. I got to take care of my mom.
And it could be certain things that those 2-parent homes that they have that you can't get, like the clothes, the shoes, the games. You're like, damn, you know what I mean? And that's when, like, you know what? I gotta turn up.
The holidays be different. You know what I mean? The all of that be different.
Some of them kids in the middle class homes and them upper middle class homes, even if they don't do nothing, man, they be like, my mom's going, look, sometimes they can stay with their moms till they 30.
Right.
I know I can't.
Right.
I know I couldn't. Moms, when you 18, gotta go.
That's actually,
I don't know why they do that.
That's actually a good thing.
You gotta go. You gotta get your ass out
Like
here.
I think a lot of us was rushing to get out, but I know I was.
Bad decision.
Man, listen, take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time, man.
If your parents are willing to let you sit there and figure shit out,
right,
stack your
stay.
Because you're going to make a lot of mistakes in your 20s.
Yeah, and that's where, and I have that open policy with my kids, man. Like, you can stay here till you ready. Till you ready to go. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna show you anyway the financial tree, bill management, and how to deal with all of that. But are
you gonna push them out to work though?
Of course.
Just to get that experience.
You can work. You're not gonna be sitting your ass.
No, that's what I want to know. You're just sitting there.
Nah.
Say, hey, Dad,
sitting there learning.
I'm trying to figure this shit out.
We play
Play the game. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Life kicking my ass right now. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Come on, man. You know how it is.
He eating your food.
Yeah,
she eating your food.
I be complaining now. Coming home,
let you leave some shit there. Let him not be there.
Drinking my diet Sprite, man. What you doing? Man, these kids be fucking my diet Sprite up, bro.
You gotta deal with those experiences in your 20s and all of that, man. You gotta deal with those experiences. So, fellas, try to be that male figure. If you don't have it, if you never had one and you feel as though it's affecting your life now as a parent or as a significant other or just how you deal with life, like Will said, your temper, the way you get angry, the way I always feel as though who you are who you are because of your upbringing or some type of family history, some type of family thing. It's either the good or the bad. You got one or the other installed into you, or you got both. But if you don't know where to find that at, like Chase spoke on earlier, it's okay to talk. Where we're taught as men, hold your emotions. You're supposed to be a man, suck it up. This is what men's supposed to do with. This is what men's supposed to deal with. And that's not how it is. Talk, let that emotion out, express yourself, cry.
Right.
Speak on things. Deal with if something is bothering you. Speak on it. Deal with things. Deal with your emotions the right way. And just learn, man. Just figure shit out in life, man. And that's pretty much has to deal with that has to deal with you being a man and a father figure to your family or to whoever you're with. And if things don't work out if you with a woman, you have a child together, you conceive a child together, and things don't work out, learn how to be that. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that path. Now, I mean, we could be here for hours speaking on ways that you have women that won't allow you to be in your kid's life, or men who won't want to be in their kid's life. Is other ways, but we speaking on basically this topic is about male figures, so we're gonna stick on that. But find a way to be active in your child's life,
right?
Because once you're not with that child's mother, at the end of the day, she might move on. It might be somebody else, and you just have to your kid gonna know who you are at the end of the day.
Focus on the kid.
Focus on the kid. Take care of your child. Be that male figure. Be that responsible parent that you're supposed to be in their life. And women, if you have a kid with somebody, and they're not in that person, like I mean, y'all broke up, and they say, "Oh, man, fuck it." I mean, I'm done with you. I'm done with my child as well. Find the right male figure. Not just saying, look, a woman, you could do a amazing job, but you can't show a boy how to be a man. No matter how, you know, he's gonna learn his ups, his downs, his bumps and bruises from watching what he see on TV, watching what he see in life, or his uncles, teammates, friends, father. Like, he's gonna learn all those things that way. So be careful who you have around your son. Try to get him involved in sports. Try to find him, like I said, a mentor. You know, we live in a generation now where there's a lot of mentors out there, man. It's a lot of ways you could find somebody else that can inspire your child. You know, it's still gonna be that child decision to be made. You know, but just try to lead him or her down the right path. And you know that's you know pretty much most of what we're gonna address. And also a great father I like to speak on is my boy. Shout out to my boy LeVar motherfucking Ball. That's my guy, man. That's my motherfucking guy,
I
man.
didn't even mention him.
That's my guy, man. Shout out to LeVar Ball, man. My
Great
guy.
father, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's a lot of great, you know, fathers and male figures out there, man. Shout out to all of y'all out there.
LeVar Ball, he put his time and his money
And his
into
kids.
his kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He made sure his kids, look, all three of them are millionaires, what I know of. Two of them is in the NBA.
Other ones in there, he's in it.
He's in the NBA?
I'm talking about He's in the G League.
Yeah,
He's in
so
the G League. So, yeah.
pretty much all three of them is probably millionaires, man. Like, look, he put the time in.
Right.
He seen what they was passionate about. He made sure they had everything to do to succeed. They ain't worried about money. They were just worrying about getting better. That's it. So, and I see a lot of people say, well, LeVar Ball's still too much involved in his kids. He probably is now. They are grown men now.
Right.
He probably do need to let them lead the Nets and just be able to fly on their own, but you can't blame him, man. He been there. Like, this is what he knows now.
He found they found their passion.
Yeah.
Like he spoke on. They told him what they wanted to do. He said, "Are you sure this is what you want to do? Because I'm gonna go hard on it." He said yes, and he took that time, support, and all of that. Like, yo, it's so many. How many kids out there that had the same story as us that looked in that stands and didn't see their father?
Exactly.
Right.
You feel me? And didn't see they was at a chess match and turned around and didn't see their father. Like, there was that something. You know what I mean, your daughter's at her recital, turned around and didn't see her father. Like, all those matter, man, especially in the young lady's life. I'm a father of 2 daughters, so I know it. They look at me as the freaking the world, like, you know what I mean. And I have a something to uphold, and that also has to deal with how I treat they mother.
Right.
You know, affection is important. You know, learn to show affection in front of your kids, man. Show them that it's okay. Show my boy it's okay to cry. It's okay to you know, speak on things. Like, he's very emotional. You know what I mean? I don't be hitting him like, yo, shut the fuck up, stop crying. So I'm like, no, it's okay, but it's just certain things you got to cry about. Don't be whining about no bullshit. But you know, it's just certain things you gotta handle. So be that male figure. Show them how to love properly. Show them affection. Show them just how you want. When you're at a certain age, you gotta understand you're not living for yourself no more, man. Take out that selfish mindset and figure out who's looking and where you want to go in life and how you want to set that stage for them, because they're the next up to carry that torch.
Exactly.
You feel me? So
definitely
just
carry that torch.
just be better, man. If anything else y'all want to close out with?
I just want to say, as far as when you raising your kids, try not to let the system raise them as much. As far as, like, you just send them to school, they come home, that's it. You throw them in front of the TV, that's it. You know what I mean? Be involved with your kids. Like, my son will talk for 45 minutes, and I let him go. You know what I mean? I let him get it out. But, you know, at that time, like, listen, you want to go to bed now, or you gonna let me live now? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Let them express themselves. Talk to them. Show interest. Be there for them. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't let the system just raise your kids and then you wondering why they like this or they like that. You know what I mean? Be involved. And I'm out. What you got?
Good. Shout out to my son and my daughter. Zanaya, my oldest, 19 years old. Leon, my youngest, 9 years old. So shout out to them. I love y'all. Be great. Be better than me.
Yes, sir. And you know, pretty much to our listeners out there, the mothers, shout out to y'all. Y'all doing an amazing job. You know, we wouldn't be nothing without you guys. You know, as far as us men up here, you all heard our story, raised by amazing women.
Right.
You know, so you do raise amazing men, even if they had that father figure or they didn't. You know, you still do a good job with that. So continue to do that good job. We just basically want to speak on the male perspective and try to influence and try to, you know, give some type of motivation to the fellas out there to step up and do better and find better ways to deal with, you know, being a better role model or a better father, or if you did grow up without that male father figure, learn how to deal with those emotions and those trauma that you went through, because it is real and it is why you are the way you are. You just have to take that, accept that accountability, man. Look in the mirror and accept why shit, I'm a fucked up dad. Accept why I'm a fucked up individual. I'm a fucked up when it comes to relationship. You know, understand why and tap into that. And it all comes with you accepting that and wanting change. Because, you know what I mean, with anything, you have to be, you know, you have to admit that you have an issue and then address that issue. Yeah. So that's also another thing. And to all the fellas out there that's doing their thing and holding it down, continue to do your thing, continue to hold it down, continue to set the stage and set the bar high for your kids to reach and to achieve, you know. So shout out to all the kings out there, shout out to all the queens, shout out to all the real fathers, shout out to all the real men who are about to be fathers. You know, just some free game from the CMB boys, man.
Round of applause for the single mothers and the baby mamas, man. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause for them, man. Y'all doing a hell of a job.
Hell of a job, man. So,
my baby moms.
Yeah, shout out to the single dads out there too.
Shout out to the single dads.
Definitely, there's a lot of those too.
Word, man. Shout out to the single daddies out there, you know, and the dads that do want to be involved in your kids' life. You know, you know, find ways, man. Find different, you know, avenues.
Let me ask you this: so you look in the mirror, and when you look in the mirror, how do you talk? You talk like Mike Tyson. Like, I want to kill. I want to eat you. I want to eat your flesh. You do that? I want to conquer the world. I'm the great Alexander the Great. No, that's not.
I'll do none of that shit, man. I wish, but I'll do none of that, man. But look, man, we just want to say, you know, shout out to y'all. Thank you. Subscribe again. Listen some more.
Subscribe.
We definitely gonna follow up more with this topic. You know, we just wanted to give you guys a little bit of
Spotify.
Yes, sir. We just want to give you guys a little bit of juice on this, man. We appreciate y'all. Subscribe, YouTube, CMB boys, man.
Go, Red Cup Talk.
Hey,
yes,
look,
sir.
Make us great, man. Make us great and fucking subscribe.
Let's
go.
We got to hit our monthly goal, man, of 100 subscribers, yo.
Yeah.
We need 17 more.
17 more.
So if your ass watch and you ain't subscribed yet, get to it.
And if you watching our story on Instagram, follow. What the fuck is you doing? Follow.
Yeah. Just go
Or
watch
get off and then go subscribe.
Goddamn creep. Just watch it. Ain't following.
We out of here, man.
Out of here.
Yeah.